Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, it's been a while. I don't remember the last time I posted anything on YouTube, but I have some exciting news to share with you guys. But before that, let me just say I have finished radiation. Thank God. It's been, I'll tell you right now, actually I finished April 13th, so it'll be a month next week. Let's just leave it at that. I was just happy to be finished. I have to stop saying a lot. I took a speech class. I have to get better at this, but I will say that it's been hard. It's been overwhelming. I was in a funk after I was done because initially, before you start your radiation, they tell you all the things that may happen and things like that. So what happened was that I didn't get any of those reactions in the very beginning of my radiation. I got it towards the ending. I will probably include some clips of what my foot went through after radiation, like towards the ending of my radiation. Maybe, I don't know yet, but if I do, you know, just be prepared, because it's kind of gross, you know. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit. I ended up getting like the sunburn effect, right? And then the peeling started from the bottom of my foot, and then from the top of my foot. But when that started to happen, I was still doing my therapies, and I didn't realize that when I went to go get the skin check, because I had a blister that had formed from the friction of my sneaker. I guess it started rubbing the top of my foot. It started to hurt, and then it started to create another blister because my dumbass, when I was gonna go get my skin checked, I decided not to use the crutches. So I had left the crutches, did my physical therapy, was doing my physical therapy during my radiation, then I was back on my crutches towards the ending of my radiation. So it was a little frustrating, annoying, overwhelming, because I felt that instead of moving forward, I was going backwards, like, you know. But it's not moving backwards. It's just a slight hiccup, you know. It's things that happen, but it's not a setback, you know. And even if it's a setback, it's just temporarily. It's not gonna be there forever. The problem was that, you know, I had to keep doing my exercises, but I just couldn't because it hurt so bad. So I felt that my bones, my toes started to stiffen up, and I could feel it. So I was freaking out, and I initially told my therapist that, you know, I was scared that, you know, my bones were gonna stiffen up and things like that, because I felt like they were, and instead of progressing, I was digressing. So once I was done with radiation, I began to get these blisters, and I didn't know what to do because they were like, oh, don't pop it, it'll pop on its own. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It's not popping. I don't know what else to do. I can't do this, you know. I decided to pop it, and the reason why I didn't want to pop it was because what if I get a skin infection? I ended up popping it, and I was just like, well, if I get infected, I'll just rush to the hospital, whatever the case may be, and drain the water. And then that's when the healing started. But that big old blister that formed is just the one that's taking forever. A bubble inside a bubble. This is the beauty of having cancer, or going through cancer and undergoing treatment. I did get a bruising of my toenail, like under my toenail. I have a little bit of bruising, but that's because of the radiation. A lot of the swelling went down, but I'm starting to do my therapies at home, like my exercises at home. Well, I'm trying to. I think I have like 2 more sessions left, and I don't know if they're gonna give me more. We'll hope so, but I'll try to get as much as I possibly can from my therapist so that I can do more exercises to kind of like gain strength in my ankle and in my foot. So that's one thing. It's just a lot. I need to take a break. I need to gather my thoughts because I felt like I was going crazy. I felt overwhelmed. I felt sad. I was crying. Not every day, but on days that was hard for me to walk. I was just a mess. I need some water. I promise you it's water. It's not a drink, okay? I know what these red caps mean, okay? So a lot has happened regarding, you know, my radiation and things like that. As you can see, my hair changed. And yes, I bleached it. Who would have thought? No, but we don't have any like leopard cheetah skin, not skin, patterns on my scalp. This was professionally done. This is what, now you can, like, if you don't like the pink, you could do with the blue. If you don't like the blue, you can do with something else, you know? It's always more fun. Pink have more fun. And as you can see, I dyed it, I don't remember, sometime in April. Like towards the ending of my radiation. So around like the 14th or something like that. 15th, 16th, I don't know. But as you can see that my roots are growing back. So it's starting to look yellow. The color's fading. I don't think I'm gonna bleach it again, you guys. I'm just gonna let it grow a little bit more so that I could start forming a cute little pixie cut, because my hair is like a mess. It's sometimes curly here when I wash it, then it gets flat, and then it's like, it looks weird. I look like a Gerber baby. It's been a lot of things going on. It's just been so much, but that's one good news. I finished my radiation. Am I missing anything else? Oh yes, number 2, last week I went to go get my CT scan and my MRI. Guess what? My CT scan came out clear. However, I was supposed to get a CT scan on my chest, abdomen, and pelvis. I only got my chest because my insurance were being assholes. And that's the thing about insurances. They give you a lot of crap. The thing was that they couldn't do my pelvis or my abdomen because the cancer wasn't found in any of those areas. It was just found in my foot. They weren't gonna allow the CT scan. They were just gonna do my foot with MRI, but you know, obviously my doctor spoke to them and they were like, you know, sarcomas tend to spread to, well, they tend to show up in the lungs. So, you know, the CT scan came back clear, thank God. But initially they wanted to do a PET scan. And I'll be doing the PET scan in July along with my echocardium. I'm probably saying it wrong. With my echo from my heart, because the chemo tends to affect the heart, and it's like after effects that like show up really late after, you know, I've done my chemo or whatever. So we're gonna check the heart, make sure that there's no fluid around it, make sure that it didn't get affected. I did get it checked after I was done with chemo because it's just what they have to do, and everything was well. What else? Oh, and I'm getting an MRI of my foot. So my PET scan will be in July. So it'll be every 3 months for a year that they'll do my scans, and hopefully everything comes out well. I had done a pap smear. I went to the gynecologist. I know this is too much information, but you know, ladies, it's important to go and get your yearly checkup. And I did it because the last time I was there was about 2 years ago. I was supposed to go back last year, but because of COVID I couldn't, and then all this mess happened, and so it just delayed everything. But I don't know if I said it in the fertility treatment video that they did find that I had I'm trying to remember here. I had a cyst in my right ovary. I believe it was my right ovary, and I was freaking out. You know, the doctor said that initially it does occur, it's normal, but it'll eventually go away. So I went, because you know that was in the back of my head. I haven't got my period since my chemo. I think I got it like at the beginning of March, then it skipped April, and I'm getting my period now. Today I'm getting my period today. Literally, I've been feeling like crap. Like, I've been so tired, just feeling like crap, and I'm like, I'm probably gonna get my period because it feels like that. And then today I checked, and today I'm spotting a little bit. I know it seems exciting for me because that means that my body is trying to regulate itself, but then again I'm just like, no, I wanted to not come yet. But anyways, girl problems, right? Who understands me? I swear I'm like so weird. I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Anyways, so I got my pap smear done the beginning of April, and they did the pap smear, but they did an ultrasound because the last time I was there they found a little bit of blood in my uterus. So they did it again, and they found a little bit of blood in my uterus again. I don't know if it's like related to the chemo or related to the fact that when in March I got my period for the first time and in a long time, you know, since chemo, it only lasted about 4 days, and it wasn't like heavy bleeding. It was just like, there was just a little bit of blood, but it wasn't like heavy crazy bleeding like I normally used to get, followed by cramps. TM, I'm just kidding. But yeah, same thing happened this time, and I got a call last month. Excuse me. I got a call last month from the GYN, and they told me that my pap smear came back abnormal. They said I didn't have like STDs or anything like that, or HPV. None of that showed up. It just showed that it was, you know, abnormal. So I'm like, fuck, what else is gonna happen to me? Like, you know, I just fucking gone through hell and back, and now this pops up. So I told them, like, what else can it be? They were like, we don't know, but that's why we need you to come back and make an appointment for July. Fast forward to last week. You know, I wasn't able to get my MRI because I did my MRI appointment late in the afternoon, so everybody was just like tired. They weren't even gonna take me in, and I told them, look, listen, I'm sorry, I had an appointment before and they took forever. I was on time. I was like, I need this, like please, like, this is gonna determine whether I'm cancer free or not, you know. So they took me. I mean, they had to, right? Which is crazy because it's like, I know that everybody's exhausted because they're probably working long hours. COVID has fucked up everything, but that's not my fault. Anyways, oops, excuse me. Excuse the background noise, by the way, if you hear it. Like, there's an ambulance passing by. Again, a lot of things have happened, and I'm back in my apartment. So there's no type of quiet around here. That don't exist. They're doing construction and everything. Anyways, besides that, I'm rambling now. So it took some time for my MRI scans to be interpreted and put into the system. And so yesterday I emailed my doctor, and he said that there was no residual tumor, thank God. And there were some changes in my foot, but that was because, you know, it was due to the surgery. I'm just grateful because I can finally say that I am in remission. I'm in remission, and I am so happy because now I can officially say that I'm in remission, you know. I again, this is crazy. Like, it's been 8 months. 8 months since the news. And it's not that I am trying to ignore the fact that I'm cancer free now, but it's just overwhelming, and I'm not gonna cry. I didn't cry when I got the results, honestly. I'm just really grateful. I'm super grateful. It's been hard. It's been hard. In the sense of like trying to get back to my normal state. Because honestly, what is normal after cancer? Nothing's normal, but I know that that I'm good. You know, that I'm in the safe zone for now. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I was able to find the help that I got through the care of my doctors, and because I put that foot forward and I put my foot down and I went and searched for a specialist that treated sarcomas. Because one thing is to be diagnosed and know that you have cancer, but it's another thing to not be able to trust the person that you're giving your care to now. Like, you understand? It's hard. And that's what I was going through before with the other doctors, with the other hospital. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. As I was saying, it's just been a blissful journey. I don't want to take life for granted, and I don't want to take people in my life for granted, in the sense of I want to be there, present in the moment as much as I possibly can, in the lives of people that I love, which are my family. Because even though they weren't physically there with me, like, oh my god, I'm so crying, during the time that I was going through this because of fucking COVID, but I am so happy. I have no words, and I don't know, like, I feel, I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that, because I've been through so much, you know. Once you get cancer, it's just like, yeah, everything changes, but it doesn't have to change for the worse, you know. And I've seen so many survivors, you know, be their best selves, and it's okay to have a moment and cry and feel, because you've just faced death. Technically speaking, you just faced death and you beat it. And it's just something so resilient, like, to see, you know. And it gives you that optimism. Like, I'm just so grateful and so thankful, and it's insane. And I've just been keeping myself really busy and really occupied, trying to get my house together, because this is messy as hell. Super messy. Super messy. And I had my cousins come over to help me. It was just like, what happened here? A tornado came? I feel like I'm the Tasmanian devil, the one in the cartoons. Instead of me cleaning up, I make a mess. I'm like all over the place. I am not farting, it's just my chair. But I don't know, man, it's just crazy. Like, there goes the honking noise. With that being said, I just, things that I'm looking forward to, you know, is just getting my life back together. I'm still in school. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I am. My semester ends next week, and then I have like a break, which would be like a week probably, and then I'll be back, and then I should be done by like July. So I'm on the move, guys, and I'm not playing. There's been some minor setbacks, but in regards to my physical therapy, I had to take a break from that too, because again, I can't wear any shoes. I haven't been going anywhere. If I walk around, it's around the house, and I'm literally wearing, excuse me, I'm not farting, I promise you, it's my chair, flip-flops. Because this right here is not rubbing against my foot. Like, how can I explain? I will show you guys later what I mean. But and I have my crutches if I need them, and which I will probably be using. That's the thing that's most frustrating about this entire thing, is that once I thought that, you know, I was achieving my ultimate goal of like walking and wearing shoes, and even if I have a little limp, that'll get better because of the exercises that they have given me. Oh my god, it's so noisy in here. And I can't use my bike here in the house. So again, these are just minor setbacks that have like been messing with my head. And there have been times of like there has been a lot of reflection. There has been a lot of times that I've reflected on everything that I've just gone through, and it's like I can't give up. I've just done the hardest part, which was chemo, and then having to do having to get a surgery, and then having to do radiation, and then having to do physical therapy, and trying to get that mobility, you know. It's like slow pace wins the race. That's been my motto ever since this whole entire thing. It's like, as much as I want to rush things and get things done quickly and be able to run like, I don't know, a month, it's not gonna get there. You know, I have to be realistic with myself. And it's not that I'm trying to be negative. I just have to be as realistic as possible, because I can't give myself false hopes and thinking that I'm gonna be able to run in a month or in a week. And it's not like that. You know, everything takes time, but I also have to do my part, which is, again, there's been moments, and it hasn't happened like all month. It's just happened during the time that I had these blisters, and I'm still in my healing process. But you know, I've beat myself up so much, and I can't allow myself to do that. So for any of you guys that are listening and watching my channel and are going through similar things, or, you know, don't beat yourself up. Do not do that. You know, you've come a long way already as it is, and you just have to keep going. You have to keep fighting, because honestly, that is all you have left. You know, it's your will. It's your willpower. It's your this thing is bugging me out. You know, you have to have hope, but most importantly, believe in yourself and believe in the process, because you're the only one that can control that. You can control the things you want to do and things you want to say. Nobody else, you know. Healing takes time. It does. It really, really does. And I used to say, you know, people say, oh, you're so strong, you're so this, you're so that. Yeah, I am, but it's not always like that. And the thing that I learned was that it's okay to ask for help. As of recently, I scheduled an appointment to speak to a psychologist, to someone who is more adequate in dealing with cancer patients. I know that some people will be like, oh, well, they're a psychologist, they don't know what the hell we've been through, and that's true. But at the same time, it's okay to get that help that you need. I have yet to meet with him, so when I do, I will talk about that. And you know, the thing that's helped me the most as well is just being vocal about it and meeting new people, meeting other cancer patients who have also gone through cancer, with, you know, in their journey and their experience with it. And it's helped so much. It has, because they understand you. No one else understands you but them. You get what I'm saying? Anybody else can. And I'm not saying that don't talk to your family members, because you'll always need that family support, you know. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I've had that support with my family, honestly, because I feel like that's super important, you know. It's so beneficial. It's just all a process, honestly. And it's life teaching us that no matter what we go through in life, we are always going to have control of ourselves, of our moments in time. Not our future, but of ourselves. We're the only ones that are in control. So I leave you with this, guys, and I hope that you find yourselves well. And man, oh man, it's been a wild one. You'll be hearing from me in, I think, July, which is every 3 months. Every 3 months I'm gonna get a scan for a year, so it's exciting. I'm gonna get my PET scan in July, so that's pretty good. I'm just so happy. I'll see you guys later.
See everyone. Very much. You did it. Okay, don't forget to get that bottle. Take care.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Take care.